Oh my
Which
gosh.
I remember being like paralyzed once because I wore the wrong thing with my first, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna just have to be naked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be naked or I can't feed my baby. What am I gonna do? Hello everybody, welcome to FAM. We have a very exciting, juicy topic for you guys today, breastfeeding in public, and we have this beautiful guest. This is Laurel from Sweet Laurel Bakery and sweetlaurel.com, and this is Nico.
So you guys, what we're talking about today is breastfeeding, but not just breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding on the go, in public.
So for me, breastfeeding was really interesting because I did not ever think I would have to think about the restaurants or the places or the businesses I was going to before I went to them and think about is it a breastfeeding friendly environment or am I gonna have to breastfeed in the car first? And a lot of people cover up and they're like super modest about it, and it also varies from like place to place, I've noticed.
You had mentioned this to me before, how it depends also like who you're with that you know, right?
Oh,
like
yes.
if you're with like tight friends
Right.
and stuff like that, you're totally fine with it.
Yeah.
But if it's like kind of extended family, and
Yeah,
stuff
like
that.
if I'm around, you know, like my siblings, my parents, my husband, obviously, I'll breastfeed. But like aunts, uncles, grandparents, it's a totally different
because you're like kind of embarrassed then, right?
Yeah,
Because you're thinking about it.
Exactly.
I remember I had this big long wrap thing, and I remember thinking like I gotta cover everything up. Not even because I didn't want people to see my boobs, because I didn't want them to see the fat rolls underneath my
wait,
boobs.
I
was
understand
like more concerned. I was like, they're pretty bad right now, and you're just uncomfortable with your body after you have a baby. And one thing for sure is wearing clothes that you can easily get to your boob in, right? That is key. You can't wear some long dress that you can't reach your boob in at
If you
all.
can't reach your boobs, it's just disaster.
Disaster, because
Yeah.
then what are you gonna do? Lift your dress all the way up or something?
Exactly.
There's one cut that you just can't do.
It's the height.
Oh no.
The high neck.
Yeah.
My favorite dress is like a bodycon high
Yep,
neck
same.
dress. I cannot wear
No,
it
you can't.
while nursing.
I would say my second tip, especially with second, is to like ditch the cumbersome things and go for like a scarf. I mean, I can cover so much with this scarf if I need to. I'm totally comfortable breastfeeding in public, but I like to cover just a little bit.
That's good.
Because I don't know, I think about like if I was sitting next to my like brother or my dad, like I don't know, I just wouldn't want them to be like, hey,
You know, if I was around my dad or I don't have a brother, but if I had my dad around, I'd definitely be like,
yeah, I don't know.
For me, it's all about, is it a breastfeeding friendly outfit? So like this, what I'm wearing right now, I can just pull down my little strap here, and like I'm always in like a dress or a romper or like a onesie, so it's very simple, like just boom. And like, you know, tank tops and like, you know, even your like workout attire, like certain sports bras are not breastfeeding friendly.
I got sports bras that were breastfeeding sports bras because
right.
I couldn't handle it.
No, yeah, because sports bras are much tighter, so
Yeah.
it's harder to pull. My second piece of advice is a hair tie. Now, for me, I've got,
Right.
Some hair girl.
and Nico likes to pull it.
Of course he does.
For me to be comfortable nursing, I need my hair up and out of my face.
Right, because you don't want to be like doing
And
this and you're trying
sunglasses
to like
off my
Right.
head.
Right.
They can be on if I'm outside, but like.
But I also feel like if you needed to hide something, like you could totally use
I
your
mean,
hair.
I've been a mermaid about it many times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so pretty. Oh,
Yeah.
give me some.
Well, so you,
Give
Laura,
me
you
some.
actually bring up a good point though, and that's that you're pretty comfortable kind of pulling it out in public,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I guess my tip is
Yeah, what you got?
this has become kind of like my uniform when I'm out in public with with Ash, because the first time I ever tried to go out with him, somebody told me, "Oh, just take your swaddle out and tie it around your neck like this." So first of all, your baby's like starting to freak
You're
out,
wearing a
and
huge
you're like,
bib.
"Oh my god!"
You're wearing a
And you're
huge
doing
bib.
this,
It's
and it's
totally
getting
a
You
huge bib.
and the
hair.
baby
Yeah.
are wearing a bib.
And you're going like, yeah, exactly. So you're going like this, and then you're like trying to like, and then you're like putting it in there. And I had this realization that like he had never been covered like this.
Right.
So all you see is him going like
Right.
this underneath it. And then I found
And
I was
it's
going
hot.
exactly. I was going like this.
Yeah, I know.
Like trying to figure out.
I know, and you're like at a restaurant,
You're
your
a
head's just
gatekeeper.
down in
Yes.
there, and you're like,
Exactly. So I was completely over that. So what I found was it was easier for me to just wear
Go from the bottom
kind of
up.
like a loose top. I would lift him and just, you know, you pop him on. I mean, there's been times when I like look away and I start talking and I realize like he's done this to my shirt and you've got full on like, and then he does this game now too where he's like drinking and he goes pop off and he like looks up at me and then you look down, it's like nipples for everybody.
Spraying.
Yes, isn't that the worst when it starts to spray everywhere? You're like, I didn't know my boobs could do that until now.
Yeah, I know.
You know, my other tip is make sure you don't start to try to feed them out in public until they've learned to really latch.
Right.
Because I think that was the cause of all
Anxiety.
of my anxiety and stress. And I didn't know it as a first-time mom.
Right.
Because I didn't know that there's a difference between being able to latch. Like when the first time I ever took him out to dinner, he was about a month old, and I was so freaked out by the whole situation that I didn't take him out again for another month because I had like PTSD from the situation. And when I look back on it, it's because I thought he was breastfeeding fine because when we were home and I was in private, I'd be basically just topless.
Naked, right, yeah.
And I'd just
or
like let
topless.
him eat and we'd like do our own thing and stuff. And you know, in hindsight, it's like he didn't know how to latch yet. So when you're just in the comfort of your own home, when they like don't latch, you're still like trying and stuff, but you're not stressed about like them doing it quickly.
Right.
Right? But once you're in public, you're like, you want them to like latch on right away.
Right.
And so when they're not, and then they keep like letting go and stuff, you freak out about it. And
Yeah.
that's when you start feeling like hot and sweaty and freaked out and stuff.
And they start crying.
They start
and then it's
freaking out
just,
and stuff, and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm never doing this
It
again.
can go downhill real fast, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to leave. Now that we're like 6 months out,
Yeah.
and he can latch like a champ, like
Right.
now I know it's a different situation because I can literally just throw him on and he's fast. Like he just gets on there and there's no stress involved.
Yeah, but I think like mindset is so important just with feeding in general. I don't want my life to be revolving around me rushing home to create like the most perfect nursing environment. Hey, buddy. I really didn't want to slow down, you know? I was like, I want to be on the go. I want to be able to go out to eat. I don't want to just be like tied to my couch and only nurse there because that's what's comfortable. I wanted to be able to like be on the move and be really confident. But it didn't come as easily the first time.
Right.
Second time, way different ball game.
You know, there have been a couple of things that people have recommended that I thought were interesting. So this is great because it's also just like multi-purpose. You can wear it as an actual scarf. You can put this even like in a shopping cart.
Right.
So if you're worried about the, you know, like little germies and stuff like that, it's antimicrobial. It's got like broad spectrum.
You use it
sun
to change a
protection,
diaper,
you can
you know,
use it-
lay
exactly.
your
This
baby
is-
down if you're on the go.
This is awesome. Nest, we'll put a link below. And then a friend bought this one for me because she loved it. I don't think it's my cup of tea.
See, that
It's
was
like
the
a
kind of
giant
thing that like did not work well for me. But
Yeah.
some people swear by those because
Yeah.
I felt like that had like a lot of extra steps.
Yeah,
right? Like,
well, you've got
tie
to
it on.
like, I think she got used to it. She loved this for the airplane, she
Yeah.
said, and that's why she bought it for me. See how it's got like a form to it?
Yeah.
So it's not going to completely cover the face because that's what she heard me complaining
Right.
about. And so you can still see them and everything. And
Yeah.
she said that it also helped him sleep though.
Yeah.
On her lap in the airplane. So
Yeah.
that was kind of
Yeah.
good to know. So this is the Baby Olay.
Yeah.
And I think
me-
it comes in different colors.
Yeah.
For me, if it was less fabricy and maybe like
Softer.
more breathable,
Flowy? Yeah. Like a swaddle.
I think that would be better. But also in terms of pumping, there have been so many times where I wish I had a cover up pumping
That's a
because
smart.
you're
Yeah.
much more exposed pumping than
Yeah, and it's
nursing.
also weird, right? Because you're like,
Yeah,
You're literally
because,
getting
like there's
milked.
been so many times where
Yeah.
I'm in a meeting and I'm on the go, so I have to go pump in my car after, and it's like people can definitely see you.
yeah.
Well, I think those are really good tips, you guys.
Yeah, I think so,
definitely.
too.
And I
So you
think
guys-
are killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
New
Mom.
mama's
Thank you.
killing
Well,
it.
thank you so much
Thanks
for
for having
joining
me.
us.
And Nico too. Thanks,
I know,
buddy.
Nico. Yeah. And you guys also, because Laurel is a baker, she actually made these amazing lactation cookies, and you can see the video on how to make them if you go to the fam channel, subscribe, watch the video, give it a thumbs up. You can also get it on her blog, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you are
SweetLaurel.com.
you are so good, girlfriend. There's lots of good healthy
you.
stuff in there, right?
Oh yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and don't forget to head over to FAM and subscribe there too. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.